At first I thought it was $50. And then I had to put my glasses on.
Elizabeth Watson quickly saw an extra zero for a total sum of $500. And if she didn't stand in this line to appear in court,
After the 21st, I'll be on $1,000.
I created the City Girl Judge and the City Girl Mayor. I've been discussing both for years here on this channel. But I would say the mayors, they've been cutting up all year. You know, just doing whatever they want.
Whatever, I do what I want.
Like they're running some private organization. They really think they're not an employee of the people, the citizens of the towns and cities they represent. If there's one mayor who doesn't quite understand, it's the super City Girl Mayor herself, aka Teflon Tiff.
Super Mayor! Hey, Tiffany.
In this video, we're going to discuss Tiffany the Teflon Tahoe strategy to recoup some of the taxpayers' money that she's been spending on her detail, her security that rivals sitting governors representing millions of people when she's only representing 20,000 in Dolton, or how she's going to recoup the money from the $149,000 Chevy Tahoe that she signed for. Oh yeah, and all the hotels across the country and even the ones locally. Her $300 crab leg, shrimp, and crawfish dinners, or her $600 Ruth Chris dinners. And you can't forget about the tens of thousands of dollars that she funneled through her own nonprofit organization, literally having a check written for $10,000, merchandise purchased for over $17,000, and even having taxpayers fund events for her own organization. An organization that was supposed to help women with breast cancer, but no one has benefited from the organization besides the City Girl Mayor. I can go on and on, but after spending all of this money left and right, the super City Girl Mayor came up with a strategy to get some of Dolton's dollars back. That strategy was to heavily fine taxpayers for parking violations. I'm talking 10 times the normal fees, and then sending mass notices that if they weren't paid by a specific date, those fines will be doubled to 20 times the normal rate. Take a look at all the folks flooding in the building here, waiting hours at the municipal court to pay these massive fines. We're going to get into it, but first, take a second to make sure that you're subscribed to the channel and click the notification bell for all updates. Okay, so no one wants a parking ticket, but parking enforcement is necessary to keep these parking lots and streets in order. So I'm here for the enforcement. But what I'm not here for is using parking enforcement to scam citizens. You have a bunch of citizens out of Dolton, Illinois going through this. There's a story of a Dolton citizen who was unjustly ticketed when dropping off a passenger at the grocery store. The driver pulled up to the front of the grocery store, the female passenger got out, went into the store, and then the man who was driving pulled off. 2 weeks later, that man received a $500 ticket in the mail and was told the fee could possibly double to $1,000. Imagine dropping somebody off at the grocery store and getting a fine costing you more than what the person went in the store to buy. As previously mentioned, the median income in Dolton is $24,000. That's like spending a fourth to half of your income for the month on a parking ticket. Then there was another instance where you had one citizen of Dolton. He left his car in front of a pizza shop, went in to pick up their order. Little did he know a parking attendant was watching him, like how the feds should be watching the mayor, and was sent a ticket in the mail 3 days later. The attendant didn't give them the ticket in person. They just snapped a picture of the car's tag. Now, you shouldn't be leaving your car there even for a minute. I'm not sure if there was a sign there that said not to park there, but typically you're not supposed to park there. You're supposed to park in the parking lot and walk those extra steps into the store or the restaurant or whatever business you're going to. One big argument that the citizens are having is that they're saying this location is private property and the village is unlawfully giving people tickets at the shopping center. The mayor needed to get money into the village, so she went after hundreds of people to massively collect on them. A normal ticket like that in Illinois should be no more than $50 to $55, not $500. That's 10 times the normal rate. And Teflon Tiff had her people send out these letters ordering them to pay by a specific date, and if they didn't, their $500 ticket would double to $1,000. That will be 20 times the normal rate. All of this is a strategy by the super City Girl Mayor to try to get more money out of the citizens, the same ones funding her lavish lifestyle, while the median income in the village is $24,000.
Only on 2 tonight, outrage in a different south suburban town, Dalton. Hundreds of people lined up to pay tickets they say they never should have gotten. As CBS 2's Jermont Terry explains, they were told to show up in court today where the fines would double.
Usually the trains are the loudest noise in south suburban Dalton. Yet on Thursday, the rumble came from hundreds in long lines outside the municipal court. How long were you in that line?
I couldn't even tell you, man. It was a long day.
Yeah, I sat down, I stood up.
I've been in line for 2 hours.
They are all here after getting slapped with various citations all of a sudden by the city.
At first I thought it was $50. And then I had to put my glasses on.
Elizabeth Watson quickly saw an extra zero for a total sum of $500. And if she didn't stand in this line to appear in court,
After the 21st, I'll be on $1,000.
which is why hundreds packed the municipal court.
That's a lot for a senior citizen, on a fixed income.
And these outrageous amounts is insane.
The vast majority of people slapped with the $500 ticket say they never parked.
So I walk in, get my pizza, it's already prepared. 30 seconds in and out. Run in and out. 5 days later, ticket in the mail.
Eric Hagerman's $500 ticket came for parking in a fire lane in the strip mall at 154th and Cottage Grove. But he never received a ticket on his car that day. He says police who we spotted parked in the same private lot just snapped pictures as proof of parking.
I got it 3 days later saying we have a picture of your car in the fire lane.
We heard the same story repeatedly.
She pulled up right to the grocery store and she got out and then I moved. Then I got a ticket like 2 weeks later, $500 ticket.
Keep in mind, this is not city property.
It's in a strip mall.
Yeah. So are you left wondering why the city is giving out citations for a private property?
Yeah.
Mayor Tiffany Hinyard did not respond when CBS 2 asked for an explanation.
This administration has cost us $5 million deficit. And now I believe that the mayor is trying to make up that deficit on the backs of the residents.
Dalton trustee Jason House says the tickets were not just for vehicles, but work permits too.
I've heard residents that have gotten fines for not getting a permit to install carpet.
And people waited well into the night to have their cases heard.
There's something strange going on.
In Dalton, Jermont Terry, CBS 2 News.
This is so crazy. This happened back in September. Hundreds of people lined up to pay those $500 fines.
Every single resident. Pay me what you owe me. Super Mayor, hey, to me and
It sounds like they collected about $50,000 for every 100 people who had a $500 ticket. And supposedly hundreds of people showed up. That's because they did not want to risk having to pay $1,000. So they went ahead and paid $500. And I see this mayor, she's been giving out these mayor bucks with her face all over it. Wonder if the citizens can use the mayor bucks to pay for these parking fines. And yes, this narc printed her face all over money, fake money that she made up and gave it out to citizens. Basically another way to promote herself. And as I said before, she spends most of her time campaigning and harassing people. Let's go ahead and get the conversation started. Is the mayor once again using the people to pay for the money that she already stole from them? Tell me what you think. Special thank you to Lisa G. I appreciate you, Lisa, for all of your support. Much love to Latavia, Cynthia, Sarah, as well as Kimberly, her whole family, including her 2 daughters, just 14 and 8 years old. They watch the lessons here too. So shout out to all the little ladies in training along with their mothers and their fathers that got them onto the channel. I definitely appreciate all of you for your donations and support. Don't forget that you can support this channel as well. Links to Cash App and PayPal are below. Ladies, fellas, want a balanced analysis, want the truth from a woman's perspective? Then you're going to want to subscribe to this channel and don't forget to like and share.